vandalized severely. I just came from that scene. It was, pretty much we had to get in the car and drive it away just because it was just a point of, inciting the crowd, seeing that car there with all the windows bashed out, so on and so forth. So, but, this is a community that's a community of faith. We've been through Harvey, and we'll get through this, and we all need to pray that our city is safe, our officers are safe, our young activists are safe out here, and that good will prevail, and that good will come out of the sad tragedy that not only happened in Minnesota, but has happened, happens too often. But we can't lose sight of the fact that there are 800,000 police officers in Wisconsin and all the protesters, and they don't even realize that the very vast majority of police officers served 35, 40 years, and they never discharged their firearm. They never hurt anybody. They never abused anybody. And so we've got to have these discussions where we bring the truths up, the truth about bad cops that need to be held accountable, and the truth that is just as strong as the truth that most police officers are honorable. They are from the community in our city. We're a homegrown department. We're a majority department, and we look like our department. And we hurt when they hurt, and we're out here together trying to keep everybody safe.
So we are at 7 o'clock, 5 hours in. We are approaching nightfall, Chief. What are your thoughts moving forward into the evening, and how are those crowds looking as we get later in the day?
Well, we'll see. We know that the Floyd family. My understanding is that they wanted to have a vigil, and we need to honor the memory of George Floyd and not hijack that family's pain. And quite frankly, we need to take a deep breath and realize that I've been a cop for 34 years, management, supervisor and above from 7 years on. So I've been supervising police and leading police, and it's so rare to ever hear police union leaders speak out against police misconduct and arguably police criminal behavior. It is, I think, we need to pause and realize that, at least in my career, this is the first time I've seen, the FOP, which is the Federation of Police, the National Association of Police Organizations, that these are umbrella groups that are labor, that are finally speaking out. And, that gives me hope, because we're seeing chiefs speak out, this chief has spoken out, the community speaking out, and when we all come together, we're a force to be reckoned with, and we will affect change. I've said that, the community needs to understand that there's good and bad in everything. What they need to demand is that we do everything we can to hire the right people, employ the right people, and when someone isn't doing the right thing, to get rid of them, both administratively and criminally, and that's my commitment to this city.
You are hopeful, Chief. We are hopeful. Will you have officers in position through the night, and what about tomorrow as well? As we know, there are some events scheduled for tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I think we demonstrated over the years, just like we did on Harvey. Our people on Harvey, I've never heard of a police department where every single member was forced to stay at work for 6 consecutive 24-hour shifts. They never left. Their commitment is unending, it's unbending, and we will be here every day like we are, trying to do our very best to keep this great city, this big, diverse, beautiful city, safe. But at the end of the day, it can't just be the police, it has to be all of us. And for the young people listening, like I told them at City Hall, Black Lives Matter. I've stood with Black Lives Matter. I don't have a problem with Black Lives Matter because the truth is that there are injustices in policing that disproportionately impact communities of color, and we have to speak truth if we want people to not only speak the truth but also stand up against police misconduct if we want to continue to earn the trust of the people we serve.
The people have the right to protest, just as long as they do it peacefully. You sure hope. Chief Art Acevedo, thank you so much. About a dozen arrests, you said, for today thus far. Let's hope we keep that number at that. Chief, we thank you for joining us. We know you have work to do. Thank you. Folks, that's going to do it for this quick update for now. You can continue to follow KHOU on KHOU.com, also the KHOU 11 app, and we will have the very latest for you on the demonstrations downtown. That's coming up tonight on KHOU 11 News at 10. We'll see you then. We'll join our regularly scheduled programming now.